Hello guys, welcome back to another session of our video. On this video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to sew a front pocket for a trouser, and we'll be using that bootcut trouser for this video. The first thing you have to do is cut your pocket facing. I'm using this material as my pocket facing, 14 by 14, depending on how deep and wide you want it to be. 14 inches by 14. So you cut your pocket facing 14 by 14. Then another thing is that we are going to notch the waist of the trouser. This is the waist. You remember it was 10. And you're going to remove 2 inches from the top and notch that place. Then you can measure the length of the pocket opening to be 7 or 7.5, depending on how open you want it to be. So on this, I'm using 7.5. And you're going to gum your gun stay to it to have your folding and your iron. So it's going to be something like this after ironing. So the next one we're going to do is pocket facing. Pocket facing, which is what we fought before. Some people actually fold it in to cover the rough edge, but I prefer to weave it. So I'm using the one that's weave. So now we're just going to sew it on our pocketing. Now we are done sewing it. So this will be the front side and this will be the back. So on the back, we'll place the trouser at the front of the trouser to it. Don't forget to place it in the pocketing. This is the pocket face at the front here. So you place the back of the trouser, the place that you put your gum stay to the back of the pocketing. And after doing that, we are going to sew it. We are going to sew it. After sewing, we notch the half inch. So this is it, the half inch. So after doing this now, the next thing I'm going to do is to iron and fold it back. Remember, we remove 2 inches from the top of the waist. So iron and fold it back to give us something like this. So before doing that, I'll just have to do the other part, the left part of the trouser. Don't forget, if you are new on this page, please subscribe to the channel. Comment, like the video, continue to engage on our post. So like I said before, you repeat the same process. This is the front, these are pocket facing, which I weave, and this is the back. We are going to turn the back here. So now we are done ironing it. So I just want to show you guys the next step. This is it after we iron. So the next thing we're going to do is to sew it together. So sew this edge. After sewing this, we have this. After sewing this, we're going to pick the material. This is the pocket facing, this is the pocketing, and these are trouser. So from the pocketing, we'll pick it like this. Pick it like this and place it over. So we'll be having it like this. The front side is here. Don't forget, this is it. So the next thing we'll do, we'll pick it from the middle, place it under, and arrange it properly. Arrange it properly. Then we'll come back and sew it. So what we're going to do now is to sew it to this edge. Sew it like this to this point. Now we are done sewing it. I'm going to repeat the same process for the other side of the trouser. This, this is the point we iron. Want to iron. So we are going to sew it. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment, ask questions, and to be answered. So the same process, pick it from the middle. All this, we are going to notch it. Some people notch it straight, but I prefer to add extra to it. So I go like this. Everyone has different methods. This is mine. Remove the excess. We are going to trim all this off. Trim the excess off. And now we're going to take it inside. Let it over. Don't forget, we removed 2 inch before. We removed 2 inch. So we're just going to measure and add it back. From this point, take our measurement, adjust it, and make sure it enter 2 inches. So you can see it here, 2 inch. So go right to sewing it together. Also attach this point together. So now we can cut it off like this and also trim off the excess. So So we are having this. So this is the front pocket. This here is the front pocket, and that's a simple example of how to sew a front pocket. So now I'm just going to repeat the same process for the other side. How to sew zip on the trouser. So I'm going to place the two sides of the front together. Now the left and right together equally. That the pockets. So place it equally. Then we are going to be taking 6 inches. So here, at this point, some people notch their own in, but I prefer not to notch. I just prefer to sew it together. So at 6 inches, we stitch it together, not up to the bottom. So you are seeing some space at the bottom. Just a little bit of sewing. Then after that, we are going to take a facing and attach it to the trouser. Don't forget there are different methods of doing this. This is just my own process. It's just my own method. Stitch it together. Almost to the point where we join these two together. You can see the point here. To be closer to it, but let it not touch. So after doing that, the next thing is for me to iron and fold this part 1/2 inch. So I'm going to iron it right now, then also iron this side backward. I weave mine. Some people turn theirs. It just depends on you. So this is the zip I'm going to be using. I'll place it on top. So I'm going to iron this and iron backward. This is the facing that we added to it. So this is how it will look when you are done. So I'm quickly going to change the foot. So a zipper foot. Changing this foot to a zipper foot. The zipper foot comes left and right. So this one side of the zipper foot. So that I'm going to arrange the zip on the facing. This part you folded in with 1/2 inch. This part after you place here. You can also decide to use the normal foot to sew it. Doesn't matter. You can sew it on top. You can sew it under. Just a choice. And I prefer to sew it on top. After sewing one side, we change our zipper foot to another. And then we are going to be attaching it like this. You can see this edge is going to just be on the same line where you sew close to the zip. So like to give you a perfect. Then you remove the bottom, remove this layer from the zip and position it properly. So you should be having something like this. So if you sew it on top of the layer, you cannot be able to open the zip. It will just be a closed end. Position it on the zip, open this inward, check thoroughly if the zip is exposed or fully covered. Check thoroughly for that. Then you sew. That's showing that what I do is just cover the side a little, because I'm going to sew it too. Just cover here a little. Now we can open to see our zip line. So this is what we'll be having to cover our zip. You can also open and see the zip here. Please, if you are not subscribed, I don't know what you are waiting for. I'm pleading with you to please subscribe to the channel so that we can keep growing. So the next thing you're going to do is to arrange this properly and sew the edge curve like this. Don't just be on this channel watching videos without subscribing. Please subscribe. Hit the notification button. We're going to be posting more videos which will be beneficial for all to learn from. So once you are done, you'll be having something like this. You're having something like this. And trim off the excess. So this is your zip line. This is your zipper. You can open, close. You can say to sew our back pocket. So follow along how to do that. Guys, on how to sew a back pocket for a trouser, which is also referred to as a wallet pocket or a vest pocket. First things first, I'm going to sew the dart on the back of the trouser, and the dart to be we'll be using 3 inches, 3 inches for the dart. Okay, we're going to be using 3.5 inch for the dart, which is this point. So I'm just going to sew that now. 3.5 inch. I will repeat the same thing for the other side of the trouser. I've ironed this before, so I will repeat the same thing. here, 7.5 inch. Don't know if you can see it. So this 7.5 inch. After sewing that, the next thing we're going to do is to iron this. We're going to iron it and turn the dart inward, facing the curve. Turn the dart like this. Iron this properly. So I'm just going to do that now and come back to this video. So now we are done with the dart. I also made a center line at the edge of the dart. So you can see the dart facing this way, which is the curve. I don't know if you can see it properly. So I made a center line to be able to sew it easily. So this our pocketing we'll be using for the back of the trouser. I made it 7.5 inches or 8 inches by 22 because I want to fold it over after sewing it. If you can't do this, you can also fold it into two, then you turn it on the side, sew it along the side again. But I just want to turn it over instead of sewing it double. So first thing you're going to do is to place the pocketing on the machine, then place your fabric or the trouser over the pocketing. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Place it over. What we'll be using for our pocket is 5 inches for the wideness, for the opening, 5 inches. We're going to check to make sure 5 inches should be enough on both sides. 5 inch from here. At the dart, you take 2.5, 2.5, which will give you 5 inch. See, I have excess over there, excess over here. So that's what we'll be using. And look at the pocket facing we'll be using for the front and back. So on this pocket facing, I'm just going to mark, get the center. So I've ironed this too. So this is the center. Two 2.5. Don't know if you can see the marking, but I don't want it to be too obvious. 2.5. So this is the 5 inch we'll be using. Mark the same thing here. Start getting the center. Two point five. 2.5. That's total of 5. So this will be our center. We place this at the center and sew. Don't forget to have a middle line we are following. This to make it easier to understand. This is the other side on the top. This is the other side on the top. And make sure we have half inch. So this is half inch, which is equal to the line. So I'm just going to sew that straight till we get to this point. That's it there, half inch. So now we are done sewing. The next thing is for us to cut it open, fold it into two. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Then you notch. Don't cut the thread, please. Don't cut the thread. Repeat the same thing. I hope you can see what I'm doing. You notch to the point where the thread is. Don't exceed that point. And please don't cut the thread. So now what we are going to do is to fold it over, turn it inside by half inches. We're going to be leaving half inch, which will take measurement, something like this. Half inch. I'm just going to iron it and come back. So after ironing and folding it, this is what we have for our pocket. This is the pocket right here, the back pocket. And now I'm just going to stitch the side, stitch on both sides. Then I'm going to do it. If you don't want it to show, you can stitch it here. Let me show you. Sometimes I prefer to stitch on top or use my tabletop machine to do the stitching. But because of this video, I'll be using this machine to stitch. So this is what you have after stitching from the inside. Going to repeat the same process here. Please, if you have any question, ask the question, and I'm going to answer. I'm going to read all the comments. So this is stitching. I'm done stitching. The next thing I'm going to do is, you see this pocketing. I'm going to pass it on top. You can see it's like this. This is the front and this is the back. So I'm going to pass this right to the point where I can see the other side and see it. So you put the two sides together like this. Make sure you remove your fabric so you don't sew it along. You are cutting the length of the pocketing to the 22. You have to use this method so you can have a good result. Sometimes you can just weave or bias it. That is easier. You can bias it, you can weave it. If you need a better look, you have to sew it and turn it over, open for me to sew. So to sew it, take careful consideration so you don't make mistake. Careful attention. Now you are done with this part. You're also going to do it this way. Make sure you remove the fabric, put the two top together. So after doing this, you have to cut the excess. You have to just trim it up like this. Trim it up. Then you turn the trouser out. So this is what we have. You can see the pocket inside, the pocket cover, so that we will not see the pocketing material direct when we put our hand in our pocket. So this is what we have right now at our pocket. So I'm just going to iron this and sew this together. So once I'm done ironing, I'll come back so I'll sew it together. So currently we are going to sew this place straight. This will enable us to close the pocket so I cannot access it from any other place. Or when you put something in the pocket, it will not flow down outside. So we're going to sew it on top. This is the back. So we're not going to lock it right now. So that's sewing here now. We see that we cannot access the pocket any longer from here. Then we attach it to the top of the trouser before we cut the excess off. So now we are done. So this is one side. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side of the trouser. Completely done. So that's just a simple example on how to sew a back pocket. It's not really that difficult. You can do it. If I am sitting down here and doing it, you can also do it. So please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it, comment, so that the page can keep growing. The next, we have successfully done everything. The front pocket, the zip, the back pocket. Now we're just going to join the fourth side together. We're going to sew it with half inch. I keep using we because we are all here together as a family, growing together, growing this stage. So sewing with half inch. Zip. This is the back. We are going to open this space and also sew it together. Later we'll go and iron everywhere open. If you don't understand at any point, please ask question. Comment your question below. The comment section is open. So we successfully join every piece together of the pockets. We successfully join everything together. The next thing is the waistband. And we're going to be cutting the waistband. Before we cut the waistband, let's quickly measure the waist that we have here towards the end of the flap. So we'll be cutting 41. Normally, to cut your waistband is the waistband, the length of the waistband, which is 36 plus 4 inches or plus 5 inches, depending on the allowance you want to add and cut out later. So we'll be cutting 41. So I'm done cutting the waistband. You can stay inside. This is the collar stake. And I folded it. If you wish to know how to cut a waistband, you can comment it below. And I'm going to post another video regarding that. And these are the bed fold. So I'm just going to be cutting them off 4 inches each, which will trim later. The button hole contains 6. This 4, 5, 6. These are the button holes we're using, and these are our waistband. Then this is the trouser. We open the zip, take one part, arrange it properly. Please don't forget to subscribe to this video. Please, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like the video, comment, share with as many as possible so that others can benefit from this knowledge. We'll be sewing the waistband with half inch. We're going to position that half inch. You are done. You place the waistband together. This is where the collar is, the back of it. You place it together at equal length and you sew. So you can cut the effort off. You also trim some excess from here, turn it over. This is what you have. You repeat the same thing for the other side. Cut it off, remove the excess. Turn it over. So now what you are going to do is to sew the edge together. You can see this is the front side. So I'm going to sew it again. Sorry, the bed hole half inches so that there will be enough space for bed to go through. Half inch, come forward. Half inch. To have a complete bed hole, I'm going to sew the waistband like this. This is the bed hole. I'm folding it, cut off the excess, fold it in, you attach it, make sure it's straight. And left now is the folding of the bottom. And to iron all this place open, all this, the iron them open, then we fold the bottom by 2 inch. After folding it, I'll come and sew it here. So this is the final look of our trouser. This is the final look.